Investor, wherever you're viewing from. This is Nigeria. So this is a demo of Cherith Geospatial AI. That's the AI that's interfacing with the real estate industry from Nigeria and up to Africa. So I'll just give you a brief of how it works shortly. Just please pay attention. On this app, I'll be marking it some points. So here we have, you can see this real where it's showing. We have the flood risk layers, we have the population density, we have the land availability, we have the AI sites scoring. Yep, you can see the versions here, which are what we do. So when you open the platform either on your phone or your web, the first thing it shows you is where should Africa build next. So you see here we are explaining that Cherith fuses satellite imagery, AI, and machine learning to pinpoint optimal site for mass housing and urban development across Nigeria and Africa. We have to start with our base first. So turning raw geospatial data into decisions governments, developers, and investors can act on. All right, so we have different sectors. So this heat map for urgency by my right here, which I'm cycling, is a heat map of urgency for a particular state, which will not disclose, but this is just how it works. The area where it's been reddish is trying to tell that place is so dense that nothing can be done about that. So our software just matches and opened up. You can see here urgency index 92, and the population here is 15.4 million, and the buildable place for this location is 480 kilometers square. Now that's it for now. So like I explained just now, this is the platform, and then how does it work? How does it work? You may ask, how does it work? It works here from pixel here down, from pixels to prioritize sites. Like number one, you ingest the satellite imagery and open geospatial data set stream into a unified regional model. Two, you analyze, that's machine learning which we're using, scores every cell for development, urgency, feasibility, and risks. Our application will let you know where are the places that are prone to erosion, earthquake, what magnitude, why the area is not being developed for mass housing, and whatever reason you purchase the land to do. And thirdly, it helps you visualize the results, render as heat maps of urgency with drill down hotspot and metrics. And then the fourth one, which is to act. So stakeholders customize weight, upload their own data, and export decision packs. It's just like we're doing the work of a geoinformatics, but the AI version of it and much more. So here you can see that this is a continental coverage of artificial intelligence from orbit to the on-ground decisions. Your decisions are taken just from our software without you moving an inch. So like you ask, who does it serve? It is built for every stakeholder in the build decision. All right. And we are not saying we are giving a playing field for everybody at the same level, but we are just open to, it's just like a software of, great softwares, in the world that everybody can access to, but there are different, maybe enterprise, pro version, basic, just and pro, yes, just the kind of version you want to open, then you'll be able to know what to do. Firstly, let me just change the color a bit. We have the government agencies here, the plan mass housing and infrastructure with defensible data-backed, prioritization and full regional visibility. And then the second, which is the developers. This one, they help to de-risk land acquisition and facing with feasibility scoring and buildable land intelligence using our software. And then for the ordinary investors, when I mean the ordinary, I don't mean to be little, but maybe high net worth individuals, ultra high net worth individuals, investors as well. So they screen markets and compare opportunities on urgency, readiness, and return signals, right? So investors get the money, pull the funds, and maybe give it to developers, and then they get returns. But here we don't want investors to keep on pulling money, pushing money, and they're not seeing returns. That's why our software is here, which is the Cherith Geospatial AI, to help investors also know to see everything that they need to be done. So I think this is all for this board. And then what's the licensing issue here? You can see here is a commercial license, civil TIP. That's a scalable. That's a scalable, transferable asset engineered for acquisition. That's how we designed it to be. You can see it here. Scalable. So just a brief of it. It said Cherith pipeline, our models and interface are designed to license and transfer cleanly. It is a strategic fit for major tech, satellite, and infrastructure companies seeking a ready location intelligence layer for emerging market. I'm not here to propose either we're the first to do in Africa. If I eventually peradventure become the pioneer, good for it. But that's not the aim. The aim is that we're solving real and critical problems. Especially that this application, I think, is built for our real estate company, but I just have to market it for other companies as well, can leverage on it, because the essence of it is that mass housing needs to be done in Africa. Not a lot of houses are being exorbitant in price and they are available, but many people cannot access them because of the high purchasing rate. All right, so we are doing kind of to democratize the real estate industry through auctioning. There's just a strategy for that, but I will not delve into that because I don't want to digress. I'm talking about our software, which is the Geospatial AI. So here we have 53 countries addressable. That's Africa. And then the people in scope, these 1 billion plus. And then the model signals, we have 30 plus here. So the market is just waiting for us to even bring such things like that to help alleviate a lot of problems that's to do with housing. And if I'll give a bit, we have just in Nigeria, not in Africa, we have almost 800 to 900,000 units of demands of housing every year. And the providence of what is available is less than 100. It's less than 100,000 units. So we are not just solving the real estate problem by creating mass housing, not just cheap, but a kind of system that also create job applications for the in-house residents, not just maybe you're working elsewhere and then you're in an estate where you're just living and eating, being a resident, any opportunity that has to do with home of Cherith, that's the name of the real estate, it has to do with the home of real estate, you are part and parcel of it. All right, when it comes to, let's say, building of schools inside, for sporting facilities, malls, plaza, whatever it is, our residents first are the partakers. It could be that they are able to digress, maybe divert the opportunity to someone else, but the person has to be within the auspices. Just like it's just a strategy that we develop. So here's Cherith in a brief. That here, I'll change the color for a time again. Cherith here, look at it here by the extreme left. It says is a geospatial AI for location intelligence across Nigeria and Africa. So like I said, we are global, but we are starting local. That's why we call ourselves Glocal. All right. So we are global, but we're starting local. Right. It's good that we come from a bottom-up approach. All right. I'm not saying we cannot start maybe from US, UK, but as good as it is, we will to do that, and the IP address will change subsequently. So I think it's just it's okay. That's just the brief of the software, and that's all. So if you want to sign in, you just go in here. Can see how it show the location intelligence for the next billion homes. Here, when you log in, it will be able to show you how to assess heat maps of urgency, run custom analysis, and prioritize development across Africa. That's good for developers to know what to do with precision and accuracy. So let's go back to home. So if you want to request access, for example, here you see request platform access. It says create your account to explore geospatial intelligence. What's your full name? You see, for example, what's your name? Are you Adaka for what's your organization? What's your ministry, firm, fund? Account type. Are you coming as a government agency, a developer, or an investor? Your email, and then will take you to where you need to see, and you to see the urgency, the spatial, and all of that. So, and as we keep on developing the software, this is the C stage of our investment and our business. So, I hope to reach out to my company through my mail at contact@cherith.xyz, and I'll be able to see the email. Call, the link is there on the website as well, cherith.xyz. Thank you very much. That'll be all for now. Bye.